Okay, welcome back to A to Zoo. Right here, you can see it's a very miserable day today. I think this is how we left it off, really. To start off with, I'm just going to move our little otter into the habitat with all of the others, and I'm just going to press play on the game so that we can sort of get our money building back up. I did spend 10,000 on rocks alone, I believe, and they're not even done in this habitat. So the plan for today is, I believe we're going to just set up some little guest facilities in our little area here, just to help us earn back some of the money that I did spend building our lovely otter exhibit. But we will do a little check-in on them as well. Is the keeper bringing her over here, or is she already in? Oh, what went wrong? Move. Maybe I didn't select the destination. Delivery scheduled. Is that working now? There we go. So he's just going to bring her over here, or she. It might be a she. Sorry, Penelope. Yes, she is going to bring that over here. And the other thing I was thinking I might do is I might randomly generate our otters' names. Just whilst we don't have any. Obviously, if you want to suggest names, I will rename them. But just because some of them are a little bit. Oh, Dewey. I'd say Dewey. But I just don't want to butcher the names, really. That's kind of it. So here is our fourth little otter here. She's running off to join all of them. What's she heading for? Straight for the ice ball? Yeah, look at that. She knew what she wanted. Yeah, I don't know if I gave you a close-up little view of this last time. Inspector's arriving in 7 months. But if I didn't, I'll just give you a quick little once-over of how this is all looking. I'm very proud of it, actually. Like, I really like how it's ended up. Oh, the otter's just appeared from the water. Look at it swimming. Oh, they're so sweet. I love otters. Here's a little once-over of the enclosure. Is that an otter there? It is. I love them. They're so adorable. But we need to get on to our main goal, which is obviously putting in some guest facilities to help out with our cash flow. The other thing I might do is take a look at our bee animals, just so I can get an idea of what to plan for next. I believe we have more bee animals. Yeah, there's quite a few. So we've got brown-throated sloth. Those are exhibit animals. I'll be honest, monkeys make me very uncomfortable. So the chance of them being our second animal are not very high. Though orangutans, I don't mind as much. It's like this sort of monkey. I can't explain it. I just hate them. I think it's like trauma from watching Babe Pig in the City, if anyone knows that one. I've had this conversation with my mum so many times. But yeah, orangutans aren't too bad. Bongos I've done before. Lemurs, kind of cute, are critically endangered too. Tapirs I've done, so I probably won't do those. I've also heard apparently that it's pronounced tapir, but I have always pronounced it tapir. So I'm going to stick with that one, but yeah. Camels would be cute, but doesn't fit really with our tropical vibe. Maybe eventually, obviously, I'll branch out to animals that don't do it. Wildebeest, tigers, I believe are kind of expensive, so maybe not straight off the bat with a bam, tiger. And then wildebeest, again, a lot of room. So maybe the orangutan. It's probably expensive, or some lemurs. What can they, like, live with? Oh. Well, that's kind of convenient, isn't it? How much space do they need, though? Like, do they have to... And it could probably escape from my habitat. Species data. I could just have one. I'll consider that. I will consider that. How much are they? Oh, they're not even too bad. I could afford one right now. Like... And it's pretty decent as well. Oh... Whoa, look at the white one. I'll consider it. Because obviously, if it could live in here, that would be kind of cool. I'm not going to work through the alphabet completely, though. I will eventually like skip around on letters and stuff like that. They are so loud. I'm going to tweak my game sounds. I believe audio, voices can just go down, sound effects can go down. And what I'll actually tweak up is I'll just put the soundtrack up a bit louder. Because it was quite quiet, I realised when I was editing the last part. Which I do on purpose because I've had to scrap entire videos before because of accidentally having it too loud. But anyway. What am I trying to do? Take blueprints off for the time being. It probably is going to be a bit of a ugly situation. Again, like over there, until I can afford to zhuzh them up just a little bit. Why am I losing money? Hello? Where is it? Finances. I am making a slow profit though, which isn't bad. What do guests think, Vazu? Yeah, so they wish it had a food shop and stuff like that. So I'm going to get on with that. What I'll probably do is add it over here, just to give them a little reason to come over here as well. Obviously, eventually I'll add something there. I might put the info stand over there or something. Where is it? Guest facilities. Chief beef, Bernie's bakes. Chief beef, something about the vibe of it just upsets me, you know? So I could just add like a little stand over here, like off the edge, and then I could add to it. Can I fit two in side by side? How close to the barrier can that go? See, that's ugly, but if we just tweak to... I want it to be, like, actually straight as well. Oh, guys, honestly, the building system in this game pains me. It pains my soul. I love this game, but why is that doing that? You know, like, why? Because I've edited that group has that happened? You know what? We're just gonna do that. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think it's because I was editing it as a group. So close that. These guys are all fired. Sorry guys, but it went a bit weird. I know this here is a little bit ugly. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to make it cuter once we actually are able to decorate it. But yeah, so there you go. You saw those guys disappear. And these guys are heading here. And so they should be able to start serving drinks and hopefully people will come over to them. So another thing I want to add is some food. So what I'll probably do is add another 2. And I'm tempted to make like a little corner of people, but obviously that'll ruin my plan to have the paths go, but not everything has to be symmetrical, you know? I'm just going to have to accept that fact, and I am going to tweak it over slightly because I don't want too much of the lines to intersect with each other. So that one just generally seems to go about there. And then the final thing I want to add is an information counter, which I feel like is quite important to be near the beginning. And I might just throw in here. Obviously I don't want that to be part of the same group. But yeah, I reckon if I throw it in here at the beginning, it's quite a useful place to it to be. That way it will distract from the staff path slightly as well, I'm hoping. So I'm just going to centre that one a little bit, as much as I can. Obviously it's not perfect centre, but I want it slightly off centre, I reckon, for that. And there we go, there are those. Some other stuff that is probably important is some toilets, but you know, where are our finances? We're still making money, which is good. We have just hired a load of staff, which might affect some stuff. Why is that so loud? There we go. Yeah, which might affect some stuff, but that's fine. And then if we come to facilities, bins, benches, bins will be quite important, I feel. I haven't used this bin before, and it's quite cute, so I'm tempted to use that one. And what I'll do is I'll just chuck a little bin here, because now that we've got food and stuff, it will definitely start to become quite a big problem. Obviously our dodgy bit of path we can't use, we all know this. If I put the bins across, that feels like a good functional way to do that for me, and there literally are going to be bins everywhere. But this is the best way I've seemed to manage with getting them to not dump litter literally everywhere. So there we go, we've got 4 bins there. I could also put one here, but I feel like that will obstruct. And then I do have these cool little benches, which I kind of want to use. Can I tweak their colour at all? No. But they are really cute, and I quite like them. So I'm tempted to put them in, and then I can get my little plaza going on that I was talking about earlier. However, these are also quite cute, so maybe I save these for somewhere else, and then I can use these ones instead. I can also tweak the metal colour of this, but don't think I want to. Yeah, I'm liking the wood that we've got going on. So if I just randomly place these around the place, I'm not too sure where. I think I'll put one here. If you get the coveted seat by the otters, then you sort of won, really, haven't you? So there's plenty of seats there. They're already sitting down. I could give them a little canopy, but obviously they have to... For the time being, I might give our vendors little canopies just to make it look a little bit more intentional as well. So here we go. We've got a little guest area so that we can... Oh, did I get a inspector report? I did. Education is rubbish, obviously, but our habitat is fabulous. We do need to actually rename this habitat. How do I select it again? Like this. So this will be our Asian small clawed otters. And press enter because we learnt our lesson with that one. So the next place I'm probably going to branch off from initially will be here. However, I think the next exhibit could be cool to have just across the way here, because they're already walking over this way. You suppose the view from here is fine? Well, stand in a better spot is all I can tell you for that one. And then it will look a bit cuter, hopefully, and they'll be like, oh, otters over here, and then something over here. This will all be covered eventually as well. How is our money doing? Finances. Okay, yeah, we're making a bit more profit now as well. Income is coming from different shops, and donations are our main things, which isn't particularly shocking. The other thing I might just do is... You're quite tired, bless you. I'm tempted to train you. The vendor has a high workload. Whoa. There's not much I can do about this, unfortunately. I do have to add you to a work zone, don't I? So if we add you all to the zoo entrance work zone, I'll edit the work zone to start off with to include those. So that's a lot of stuff. The staff room might get a bit busy, but hopefully it will all be alright. And then they're assigned to that, but at least now they've got a staff room. And then also, hopefully, if anything goes wrong here, that will also be looked at. These benches are not evenly spaced, are they? However, it is going to... these three are probably going to move. This one might stay. But I have a feeling these three, or these three will stay and that one will move. We're just going to walk away, otherwise it's going to bother me. How much space would you need if I added you? I'm going to adopt one. I'm doing it. I'm spending the money. I've done it. I've adopted it. If it doesn't... If this isn't okay for it, I'll build an enclosure and... I could get 2 for 1 and get those other little monkeys as well, to be fair. And that could work. Keeper can't find an accessible star for it. Right. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Maybe I'll have to sooner rather than later add staff rooms to include. Or I could just give the vendors their own staff room, but that seems very excessive. And I'm not sure if I want to do that. So, my computer did turn off, so I did lose some progress. I'll put some clips in from my previous footage. Luckily, that saved. But you'll see what we did do. And then... Is this broken? That's fine. A mechanic's going to come repair it anyway. So, yes, luckily, all I have to do is start working on the enclosure again. I did try and put the orangutan in here, but sadly, it is not enough space. But yeah, so update is we have an orangutan now. He's here. His name is Intan, and he is just going to live here, and we're going to add some Lars Gibbons with him as well. I will use the footage I used of the staff stuff. The stuff I will just cut out is obviously the actual building of the habitat, because that habitat doesn't exist anymore, so there won't be much point in keeping it realistically, sadly. So I'm just going to add this in right here. I did use the wooden gate before, and I did quite like how it looked, and then added the brick. However, I reckon maybe I'll just stick to the metal one, like so, just to be on the safe side, you know. Right, coming in here then, and we're on this one, and we're going to angle snap and extend to there, and then we're going to deselect, select here and extend. That's actually perfectly extended. So then we have that. This one I'm going to add maybe a window to. I did just make it. Last time I just made it a glass wall, but actually putting the window in might look a bit better. Now I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3. Is that about where we went to? Yeah, I'd reckon so. Definitely reckon so. And then we are just going to select all of this and put it up to 5, because that is what our little orangutans need. So edit this barrier, pull it along, and how do I... Here we go. And pull it up to 5. There we go. Yeah, I think it looks better having actual just brick there rather than just a window screen. So it's still cohesive, but it's like built into it. So then next thing I want to do is just select here and then start building with null barriers. Ta-da! So let's just check the actual space in this one. There we go. A little bit less than I managed in the one that got deleted, but that's fine. This will still be plenty enough for them once I add my plan, I believe, for the water. If not, I'll just extend it a bit. I'm not that precious about it, really. I am going to keep the game running just so that I can grab some money and also let it turn to daytime so that it's a bit of a better viewing experience for you guys. Let's get on with this habitat then. I think it's a decent sized habitat. It does seem like less than what the otters have, which is a bit concerning on how I've managed that one. Does that water look deep enough to keep them in? Well, there's one way to test it, and that'll be I literally put him in. So let's come back here. He's still in my trade centre. That's what it is. So yeah, let's send him to the zoo. We're gonna have to quarantine him. Right, quarantine is passed. So if you could please move him into his habitat here. Okay, he is about to be put in. Penelope's bringing him. Penelope's become a real OG here. And here is our little orangutan. So if I click on you and then come to our map, habitat. Yeah, he's solid. He's stuck in here. It might obviously have to be tweaked for the Lars Gibbons. That might be the case. But hopefully not. Hopefully. But what I'll work on is just getting this area good for him for the time being. Oh. 874. It probably should be expanded, shouldn't it? 'Cause that's going to go down when I add them as well. That feels like maybe the correct thing to do. Instead of giving him this little slice, have it spin over here instead. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. If we just get our smooth tool and smooth this out a little bit. I do like a bit of the texture. We need to take the water off. Let's just go back. Right, the water's gone. I do like the texture a little bit, but it's just... to make it look a little bit nicer, especially over in this corner here. And then we could put our water back in, like so. And then let's double check that he still can't escape. Oh! Is it because of over here though? Like, is it because he can just get round? Or can he... I don't think the water is deep enough over there. Right, he can still get out there, but that was expected. However, he can no longer go in the water, which we love. And how are you doing on space? Yes, plenty of space now. You need to have some climb ball, but I'm happy with that space. So yeah, let's turn our little map off here and get working on just putting a bit of a structure in this corner just so that you can't climb it. I'm hoping rocks will be okay. Where are you from? If I come here, environment, Asia, tropical. So I could use these rocks here and just sink them in. Have them, they are going to come through the wall a bit, but that's okay. We can make a bit of a structure out of it maybe. I'm happy with that. So let's go into terrain painting. Painting, I said. And soil rock. Doesn't really want any sand. He doesn't like the long grass at all, much like our otters. So we're just going to make this huge and get rid of any long grass that is included in his enclosure. It's too much short grass now, but that's fine, because I will edit that as well. So he would like a lot more soil. So what I'm probably going to do is do his climbable area first. Just wondering, what climbable blueprints are on? I've never tried to make a climbing structure. What I might do is look up. See, we've got this. I could just use a little natural formation. But that feels a bit cheaty. That would at least add a nice bit of detail, but I don't want him to be able to escape. Maybe I could plonk that there and then also build something myself. Like, because that does look like it perfectly fits in the groove. That was a lot of money. How does this work for you now? It's still nowhere near enough climbable stuff, but it does give me a space to start working on. I am slowly running out of money though, so what I'm probably going to do is just let it... Can't jump, can you? Is let my game run whilst I'm building and hopefully build up a little bit of money. Key things would be to add him some food. Just to keep him going. He's quite a big boy, so we'll give him a large food tray. And I'll let him eat in like his own privacy. Over here. They'd probably like to witness him eat, but we'll give him a bit of privacy, it's all good. I hope that's the one he uses actually, I probably should have checked that. Species. Where are you? Bornean orangutan. Right. So he doesn't use that. So let's just take that off. He takes an arboreal feeding platform, which I'll have to add. So I'm going to have to pause the game, aren't I? Right, I'm going to look up some inspiration of some monkey climbing exhibits and I will be back. Okay, I've been looking at some inspiration for this and I think I know what sort of thing I'm going to do. So we just need to first of all find my way back to where I was. Where was I? There's the feeding platform. Here, just in the all. So yeah, I think one of my main things is I'm going to try and create a hard shelter within the climbing platform, and that should hopefully be quite good, you know. I might have done it. it cute? Oh, I like it actually. So if I just multi-select all of this, and I'll split all the groups, and then multi-select it again, and I could make it a group, right? Merge scenery into group. And then that's all one group. And it's a little house. Oh! I love it. Okay, so I've got that. Habitat, we're going to come here and we're going to add some hay for our boy. Just add that in like so. We're editing the group, but that's fine. We can edit the group like that. So hopefully that classes as some hard shelter for him. There's a little extra bit up here. Maybe I could add... Could I put the feeding platform in there? Does that work? Will he be able to eat up there? I'm going to try it because it would be cool. And then I just want to add some extra little climbing bits as well. And I'm debating, not those ones, these ones, adding these like here. Just so it looks a bit more like a whole piece, you know? Oh! Our small-clawed otter is about to mate. Take a little break from that. Right. Let's play the game then. Oh, look at them. Oh, it's Susul. Is she going to end up pregnant? Offspring due in year 4. Oh, that's so exciting. Let's look at her social then. Oh, she's got her current mate and everything. They're so sweet. However, that might actually be... What have we got here? Have no crime for 3 months. Yeah, boy. What are you doing? No security guard still. Yeah, that might actually be my little signifier, though, to... maybe end this part here. I've done this so far, just done a little round thing. I'll probably add more to it as we go along. Should we take a look at how he's feeling? He's got plenty of good climbing stuff right now. He needs a bit more hard shelter, so I'll probably give him that. But what I think I'll do is finish? I really can't do it today. What I'll do is I'll finish that in the next part instead. And keep on working on him then, which will be fun. It will be exciting. So if you all say goodbye to our little guy right here, I hope you have enjoyed this part. Oh, accidents aside and everything. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, comment if you want to name any of the animals, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!